Okay, so how we're going to take this range bound market now? Market breaks down. We get this bottom there, breaks back up, pull back to the same zone. Yeah, breaks up to this zone previous. Yeah, we call this a supply zone. Breaks down again, pull back to this zone, breaks down again, pull back up to that zone. Okay, now how we could then look at this then is this. We could then look and say, where are we going to buy? Okay, so let's look at where we're going to buy on these then. Okay, let's get this thing. Okay, right, so let's go for a range bound now. And this is the market going down from above, right? Okay, so let's look. So sell and buy trades. If the market is going down, pull back, then return to previous low, demand zone. Okay, with the right signal, then buy. Continue to buy until it breaks outside of this range. Basically, our first buy and sell point will be at the second touch. Okay, so this is a second touch, breaks up, pull back, yeah, could buy there, okay, breaks up again, touch, that's the first touch intent. But this is going to be my buy, my sell, and that's going to also be my sell with the right signal, with the right candle, okay. Then the market comes here. This is my second touch. I'm looking to buy there with the right pin bar, engulfing, inside bar. Also again, this is my first, second, this is my third. I'm looking to buy there as well. Okay. Here again, I'm looking to buy, but with the right signal. Okay. Now, if I don't get the right signal here, then I'm not going to be buying. Okay. Let's have a look at this now. Note that both second touch are considered as double bottom. Yeah. So look at this. So your second touch, double bottom. Yeah. Second touch, double top. Yeah. And that's the reason why I think this one is a better one for you. The second touch is the one that you probably want to use for, probably your first trade. Then we've got again first touch, second touch, double bottom. And those are higher probability. Now, if it breaks below this zone, just be cautious about take this trade. Right, now I'm going to get someone now to explain this thing to me because I need, who hasn't got a chance since night? Yes, let's give Ray. Ray, welcome. Ray? Hello? Ray? Okay, right, let's Altia?
Hello, yes.
Yeah, right. So can you explain this thing to me? The sideways market, range bound market.
Yeah, so you said basically this would be classed as like a double bottom.
Yeah.
So on the second touch with the right signals, meaning bullish engulfing candles or pin bars, then you take the buy position. And when you have the double top at the second touch, you sell again with the right signals, put a bearish engulfing candles or pin bars.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
So would we? Is it at the second one that we buy or sell, or can we do it at the first one also? Is it risky to do it at the first?
I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, so because you would have to have the second one form before it becomes a double. You class it as a double bottom.
Yeah.
Or a double top.
Yeah.
So essentially, it would be at the second that you always take it, either the buy or the sell.
Yeah. Is everybody okay doing that? Okay. Yeah. Let me just go down the line. Let's just so Isaac, you okay with that?
Yes.
Isaiah, you okay with that? Isaiah? June?
I'm here.
Okay, so June, what we're looking at, this market decided that, you know what, this is the floor of the house. This is the ceiling of the house, right? And the market, no matter every time it goes up there, it decides it's going to come back down. Every time it goes down there, it decides it's going to go back up. That's what we call a range bound market. So we've got our ceiling and we've got our floor. And remember, we call the ceiling supply zone. We call the floor demand zone. Now we're saying if this market goes up, we come back to a similar point to where it was previously, we call that a double bottom. Okay? Then we'll be looking to buy at this zone. The market pulls up, that's the first touch. We're not going to sell. Okay, even though we've got a supply zone there, we're not going to sell. But then if the market breaks down, pull back, it's a second touch that we're looking at buying. And also again the third touch. And also this one as well. Yeah? And we sort of carry on doing that if the market decides that it wants to be in a range bound. Okay? It's about doing these things for real on the chart. Okay? Now let's see if I can find one of those range trade. Okay. Let's go into my other camera. Yeah, okay. Right, let's see if we've got any more here. Okay. So can you see where? Can anybody see why I've taken this trade? Remember that, guys, this is my real account, yeah?
Well, can I make it bigger? Some of us can't see very well.
Okay, that's it. Now, what is happening here? It's making higher lows. The market breaks up to this point, pull back to this zone, right? Reason why I took this trade, because I had this pin bar there, okay? Then the market triggered me above the pin bar, and that's the reason why I took that trade. This candle then put me into the trade today. Now, yeah, and I place my stop below this candle, and that's the reason why I've taken that trade. Okay, so I'm triggered into that trade. I'm also, look at this one again. I had the double top there. Okay, I had a double top there. So I took the double top, put me that all the way down to here. But I then say, okay, the market breaks above, because the market, this was the lowest low. Because guys, I'm doing exactly what I'm teaching. Okay, so I said the market breaks above, because this is lower high, yeah? This is my lowest low. The market then break above here, pull back, come back to this point, make a double top. Then I'm saying if the market then pulls back to here and I get the right signal, then I'm going into this trade. Okay? So at the moment, I'm in this New Zealand Jappy. Let me see what this trade looks like. New Zealand Jappy, this one, I'm up 21 pounds on that one. Okay. Okay. Guys, just be careful when you press anything yet. Okay. So this trade, yeah, I'm looking for it to probably come back to this point. I could always move this to break even. But what I've noticed, right, and this comes with experience, is that sometimes when I leave these trades with a stop loss there, the market just run and hit my target. Whereas every time I put it to break even, the market then comes and they stop me out.
They're watching you.
Yeah, okay. So I'm waiting for this one to pull back to there before I'm looking for a buy. Okay. Okay. Now, this bit here could have been considered a double bottom and then looking to buy above here, because it went up, break down, but this time it's actually made lower low than this one. So I was looking to buy it there, and I got this engulfing as well. So I was saying, oh, okay, I'm going to buy it there. Now, this one here, I'm looking now, I'm just waiting for this thing to break back up, pull back up to this zone before I'm looking to sell. Okay, now this thing, I'm looking for it to either pull back to there, pull back here to give me that double bottom, and then I look for it to pull it back all the way up to there. Now, if if it goes from here all the way up to there, then I'm looking to sell. Now, back in the past, what I would have done, I've got this engulfing here, engulfing the body of this candle, then I'm going to want to buy. And then what happens? End up being stopped out, a losing trade. But now, I've got to be far more efficient. So when I come on to look at my chart, it takes me roughly 30 minutes. Because if I don't see the setup there or there, then I move to the next chart. And I move to the next chart. Can you see? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the market to do its thing. Because I was waiting for the market then to move from here back up to there, then sell it. But no, I'm waiting for to see if the market is then going to. You've given a pin bar today. Normally, what I would have done as well, I would have just gone in and do what? And buy there. But no, I'm not doing that anymore because it can be profitable, but it lowers my probability of success. And what I want the odds in my favor. Okay? I'm looking again. Okay, I was waiting for this market because I'm looking to buy here if it pulls back to this zone. Okay? Because it's just been between this region here, like a sideways market type. Okay? But anyway, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take any questions people have got now, because I'm going to go now because, I've got so much to get sorted. Yeah, so any questions? I'll just take a few questions if we've got any.
Yeah, so Marlon, do you use this same strategy on the lower time frames like the H1 and the H4?
Exactly the same strategy. Because we're using these zones. Okay, so if I went on to the 4-hour chart, now this, because I said it's this zone that I'm looking to buy, this candle here is an engulfing. So then what I'll be looking to do is to buy there, put my stop loss there. Now I'm not sure which direction this thing went, but we could see how it goes, right? This is where I said I was going to enter the trade. Let me just use a different color. Just make it white, yeah? Okay. So that's where I would have entered the trade, yeah? Let's see what happens here. Because I would have been in profit so far, yeah? But I'm not sure if the market went down because this is where I'm going to enter the trade as well. I'm entering the trade a few pips above that candle with my stop loss. With my stop loss there. 5 to 7 pips there. Yeah? And that's where I'm entering. So I'm not sure if this candle, if it went up and then come back down and stop me out. So let's see what happens. Okay. Now, this is still not telling me anything. Let's go into the 30 minute. Okay, right. So this is it now. So I got into the trade there. So therefore I wouldn't have been stopped out. So I would have been in profit. Yeah. Because sometimes what would happen, the market would then up and then drag back down and then go back up. So to clean out everybody from both sides. Yeah. So I would have triggered into the trade up to there. Yeah. Because if you look at this candle here, can you see the market zigzag up and down? So clear out all these people at their stop loss there. All those people at their stop loss there. That's the reason why I don't like trading on the lower time frame. Because the market tend to do that. Because it might realize that a bag of people had their stop loss there and a bag of people had their stop loss there, depending on which direction they think the market is going to go. So for me, personally, I'd rather stick to the 4-hour or above rather than any other time frame below. Okay? Okay. Any more questions? I'll take one more question. Any other questions?
I just want you to repeat the homework.
The homework, say that again.
The homework. What was the homework?
The homework, basically, this is what you're going to do for me. You're going to write down a set of rules, which is almost, we could call it a ritual. And with this ritual, what we're going to be writing down is, what are some of the things that we must do before we move and look at that chart? So therefore, for example, I will never take a trade that is outside of my trading plan. But you have to read it before you can sit down. It might be you decide to sit in a position, like some of the guys, like, when the guys go to the mosque or people go to the church and they kneel down, and you need to take a position of how you're going to feel comfortable. If you want to chant it, you want to do, but you're going to write down those words that you're going to read before looking at your chart. You will never ever look at your chart without doing those things, because remember, this is one aspect of neuro-linguistic programming that we're trying to do. We're trying to program our mindset to know that, look, I'll never do this unless I've done that. And training our brain to do exactly what we want it to do when we go and sit in front of a computer. Make sense? So you're going to read that information, and you will never ever go and trade without that information. So for example, I might come and I say, look, I was waiting for this thing to come down here, then give me the signal for me to get into this trade. Now, if I don't get the signal there to buy, then I'm not taking the trade. But what some people will do, they will then decide otherwise and then decide to take the trade. But because they didn't have their rituals right, and also as well, I'll never place a trade unless I can give it the name. And remember, we've said we're giving our trades different names. If I can't say it could be this or it could be, no, don't take that trade. You need to make sure these things are written almost like in stones. For those 10 commandments, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. We're reading those commandments on a weekly basis, that's conditioned us. Growing up, I go into my dad's room and I see money. I've already learned those 10 commandments. Thou shalt not steal, So I'm not going to touch my dad's money, no matter what. And actually, I remember once, because my dad had a shop, right? And basically, I lost all my books. And I know if my mom knew that I had lost my books, then I'm going to get a proper beating. So there are two options I have: either to tell them, or, right, steal the money and go and buy these books. But because those 10 commandments were rigid in me, I took the money up and I was like, and my whole body was shaking, because I've already been conditioned: don't steal, don't take what's not yours. So I had to put that money back. And who ended up buying me the book was my friend. He went and he asked his dad for the money to buy that book for me. Make sense? So if you're conditioned in such a way, and that's the reason why sometimes I'm saying a lot of us growing up with lots of limiting beliefs, you will never, all of these things will cause us to think negatively, cause us not to believe in ourselves. And what we've got to do is to make sure that all of those limiting beliefs, we're writing the counter example to those things, because those things will never have any power over us, So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to train our brain to only think the way we want to think. Yeah? So guys, that's it though, because, I've got a few other stuff that I need to get done. So everyone, I hope you had a fantastic session tonight. Hopefully you've learned a lot. Hopefully you can put and implement some of these stuff into your trading for the coming week. And, as we look forward to moving forward, it would be nice if I could get these things by Sunday. They were brilliant. Thank you very much, and everyone have a good night.